I want to give you something to think about also in my collective thought of thoughts. All hopefully trying to point to Jesus because that's where my heart is. We live in a world today where we don't have judges. We don't have people. So we live in a world today where people judge other people. And when that happens, it to me what it looks like is that you get the same spirit that lives in you is trying to judge someone else who has the same spirit. And what that creates is ignorance. What that creates is foolishness. And so this is also where we do have the judicial system and the court system and the law, but people are so puffed up these days. They're so puffed up. They don't want to. They want to rebel against the law because they think the law has no power over them. That the law doesn't understand them. Everyone's so puffed up in their pride that they don't want to submit or try to come to a reason. And it's because their enemies are the same person that's living inside of them. And I'm sure that things have always kind of been like that with people. Um, people have gone through cycles and cycles of this throughout the generations, I'm sure. But these days, all we have is the law. So, the Word of God says that you're supposed to submit to the governing authorities. So I hope that you would. I hope that you would take that into consideration in today's in our lives where we are not called to judge other people. We're called to be a light of the world. We're called um to submit to our God and not to submit to our pride and not to submit to our arrogance and not to submit to um being one who wants to take authority over your own lives, especially in these days. It's very hard. um People are very, very puffed up with pride, and then like I said, the law, the courts. We have President Donald Trump, who is calling us to God, who is actually trying to get us closer to God. So I think we should take that into consideration. I think we should think about that more often. I think we should think about the fact that our own president is trying to get us to listen to God and to whether it's not about judging someone's measure of faith. It's about the name of God and himself and what God does. And these things are important, and these things are very important. And so I think it's just very important to think about these things and who you're called to be and not who you want to be.